There's confident, and then there's Kimi Räikkönen confident. The man could walk into a tornado and the tornado would apologize. Whether it's his monotone delivery or his complete lack of interest in anything remotely normal, Kimi has gifted F1 with comedy gold since the early 2000s. Take the 2006 Brazilian Grand Prix. The cameras were rolling, the crowd was roaring, and the legendary footballer Pelé stood ready to honor Michael Schumacher's final race. All the drivers lined up to greet him, all except one, because Kimi was missing. Cue Martin Brundle sprinting down the grid, microphone in hand, desperately trying to find the Finn. Finally, he caught him. "Kimi, you missed the presentation by Pelé." And Kimi, dead serious, hit him with, "Yeah, I was having a that was it. No apology, no emotion, just facts." The man made the retirement of Michael Schumacher and the presence of Pelé seem like a minor inconvenience, and he didn't stop there. Fast forward to 2012. Brazil again. Kimi goes off track, casually drives onto an old escape road that used to lead back to the circuit. Problem: that gate had been locked since 2001. Kimi basically tried to speedrun urban exploration. Then Abu Dhabi 2012 happened. He's leading the race, the pressure's on, and his engineer keeps giving him updates. "Okay, Kimi, Alonso 5 seconds behind. Kimi, just leave me alone, I know what I'm doing." And that's the thing, he did. He won the race, and then he celebrated by disappearing to his yacht with an ice cream. Some people chase trophies. Kimi chased peace and Haagen-Dazs. If Kimi is F1's ice, Daniel Ricciardo is its fire. A man so cheerful he could make a parking ticket sound like a party invitation. Whether he's inventing weird catchphrases or convincing people to drink from his shoe, Ricciardo has done more for comedy in F1 than most sitcoms. Silverstone 2022. McLaren's fun challenge for TV turns into a slapstick masterclass. Daniel versus Lando Norris in a sprint race. They line up, ready, set, go, and immediately both wipe out like discount bowling pins. Lando's face: pain. Daniel's face: I'm keeping that in the highlight reel. But the true cultural phenomenon, the shoey. What started as a post-race celebration became a sacred ritual of chaos. From podiums to press rooms, Ricciardo got everyone involved. Even Sir Patrick Stewart, who probably thought he was sipping vintage wine, but ended up drinking foot-flavored Red Bull. "I hate you," he said mid-gulp. The internet loved every second. Somehow Ricciardo turned F1 into Australia's weirdest export since Vegemite. And you can't forget the time he snuck up behind a cameraman mid-broadcast, shouted "shoulder check," and sprinted away like a kangaroo on espresso. That's the thing about Daniel. He's not just funny, he's contagious. If TikTok was a person, it would be Lando Norris. Part-time driver, full-time meme generator. The man once broke Max Verstappen's $40,000 porcelain trophy on the podium with a champagne bottle. And the best part, he looked genuinely shocked, like he didn't expect physics to work. Max's face: pure resignation. Like a man who's seen this movie before and knows how it ends. But that's not even Lando's funniest work. There's also his singing career. During FP3 in Austin 2019, Norris randomly started singing on the radio. "I'm moving up and down, side to side like a roller coaster." Then in Mugello, "It's Friday then, Saturday, Sunday." What? His engineer probably aged 10 years that day, and yet we love him for it. He's the only driver who can crash a trophy, sing mid-session, and still come out looking like the golden retriever of Formula One. If there's one organization that could turn a safety car deployment into a sitcom, it's the FIA. Let's start with 2021 Spa. Rain, chaos and confusion everywhere. Fans waited hours. Drivers got ready. The tension was real. And then the race started for 2 laps behind the safety car. And that was it. Officially, the shortest Grand Prix in F1 history. They called it a race. Points were awarded. Fans paid hundreds to watch what was essentially an expensive Uber ride in the rain. And who could forget Canada 2022? The marshals brought out the wrong flag. Not the yellow, not the red. The checkered flag. Mid-session. Imagine the confusion. Drivers slowing down like, wait, did we just win something? Then there's the infamous 2022 Japanese GP crane incident, where a recovery vehicle ended up on track while cars were still going by in near-zero visibility. Somewhere, Charlie Chaplin was applauding. It's moments like this that remind us, the FIA doesn't always do comedy on purpose, but boy, they deliver. Formula One pit crews are usually poetry in motion, unless the poem was written by a toddler with a wrench. Take Ferrari, for example. Monaco 2022. Charles Leclerc's leading comfortably when his race engineer calls, "Box, box." Then immediately after, "Stay out, stay out." Too late. Charles is already in. He screams into the radio, "Why? Why? Why?" It was the sound of a man realizing his strategy was written by a group chat. But no one, absolutely no one, beats Red Bull's cursed wheel nut incident from 2021. Monaco again. Verstappen's dominating, but teammate Bottas pulls in for his pit stop. Everything looks smooth, until one mechanic can't remove the front right tire. Turns out, the wheel nut fused with the axle. Literally welded together by the gun. The wheel was stuck so bad they had to take the entire car back to the factory to remove it. If you've ever stripped a screw at home, just know, Valtteri Bottas once stripped an entire Mercedes. And to make it even better, Toto Wolff tried to explain it afterwards with the calmness of a man in therapy. We just couldn't get the wheel off. Translation: we broke a $15 million car because of one screw. Fernando Alonso isn't just a driver, he's an entire mood. Hungary 2009, qualifying chaos. The timing screens go blank. Nobody knows their lap times. Confusion everywhere. The engineer radios in, "Fernando, you're P1. Alonso shrugs. Okay, man didn't even celebrate. He treated pole position like a dentist appointment. Then there's his legendary deck chair moment in Brazil 2015. His McLaren broke down mid-session. Did he storm off? Number. He grabbed a folding chair, sat beside the track, and watched like a disappointed dad at soccer practice. The crowd loved it. The memes, instant classic. And just when you thought it couldn't get more Alonso, the next year, his car broke again. He hijacked a cameraman's camera, started filming and shouted, "Is this working?" Spoiler, it wasn't. Even when things go wrong, Alonso finds a way to turn disaster into theatre. He's like the Shakespeare of sarcasm. Tragic, hilarious, and always self-aware. The man's career might have 99 problems, but finding humour isn't one. Formula One has had guest appearances from some truly unexpected stars. Brazil 2008, a dog on the track. Valencia 2017, a loose lizard. And Canada 2018, a groundhog that decided to drag race Romain Grosjean. Nature, it seems, just loves Formula One. But the all-time GOAT, the inflatable donkey of Jaguar Racing 2004, after a string of bad luck, including a crash that lost them a $300,000 diamond. Yes, diamond. Jaguar decided they needed a morale boost. Enter the Shrek-style inflatable donkey. He became their mascot, their lucky charm, and apparently their unofficial strategist. He'd appear in team photos, hang around the garage, and was even spotted consulting with mechanics. The donkey got so famous it started appearing in media coverage, standing proudly behind pit walls like it was evaluating lap data. By mid-season, fans were showing up in donkey costumes to races. Jaguar had accidentally created a cult, and when the team finally scored points, the donkey was paraded around like a national hero. That inflatable toy did more PR work than the car itself. In a season of misfortune, it proved that sometimes the best way to fix morale isn't with upgrades, it's with a donkey that refuses to deflate. You'd think a 7-time world champion wouldn't end up in a blooper reel, but Lewis Hamilton is full of surprises. Australia 2014. Hamilton's trying to enter the paddock. A security guard stops him. "Sorry mate, credentials?" Lewis, wearing full Mercedes gear, helmet in hand. "I'm driving." You could practically hear the Windows error sound in that guard's brain. Then there's Hungary 2021. One of the most unintentionally hilarious sights in F1 history. A chaotic first lap, crashes everywhere, red flag. When the race restarts, everyone pits for slicks. Everyone, except Hamilton. He's the only car on the grid, alone. The lights go out, and he just drives off like a kid who missed the memo. Commentators lost it. Fans lost it. The moment instantly became meme material. He pitted one lap later, rejoined last, then fought all the way back to second. The man basically did a full race on hard mode. And there's more. Brazil 2022. During qualifying, Lewis went wide, kicked up a dust storm, and immediately apologized over the radio like he'd just bumped someone's shopping cart. "Sorry guys, my bad." Meanwhile, the commentators are screaming like it's a Michael Bay explosion. It's that mix of humility and absurdity that makes him so unintentionally funny. He's the only man who can be both a global icon and a walking blooper reel, often in the same weekend. You laugh with him, not at him, because deep down, you know you'd have done the exact same thing.